How you doing, guys? I'm Trenius, and you're tuned into the infamous Living Realm Network, also known as Realm Team. Divine Power is always working for us because we're trying to do right. We're on the 1 Month Beauty and Life Challenge. So let's get right down into it. Why it's so important to listen to yourself. Now, I was talking, to a friend of mine about the same topic yesterday, and it just really rejogged a lot of memory in my mind about, how I used to listen to everybody else's advice, listen to everybody else's opinion, and I really was not living my life. It took me a while to get to this point, to where I can actually, feel myself, understand myself in order to tell you about life in general and just, give you an overall perspective of what it's like to be me without, living the thoughts of other people, and so it's not an easy task. It's something that comes over time, and I know you're probably that person who's experienced that or are currently experiencing that. And I just want to let you know you're not alone. There are a lot of people who are living out other people's dreams, living out other people's lives and stuff like that, and they just can't seem to break out of that, that zone and whatnot. And so I'm gonna tell you a little bit about how I came from point A to point B. And, I took myself out of mind frame of living other people's lifestyle and stuff like that and listen to everybody's opinions and just being somebody who's able to filter out the stuff I want and the stuff I don't want. It's kind of like stealing. It's kind of like stealing with no cameras, okay? So let's get right down into it real quick and easy, guys. First things first, you got to know is that you have to be patient with yourself. You have to be patient with yourself. Now, this is not something that's just going to instantly happen. You're not going to instantly just start living out your dreams. You're not going to just instantly be walking on your journey like right away. Like if you're young, for instance, like I am, I'm only 28 years old, but we're young, we're very young. We're just trying to make ourselves better, other people's lives better, and the world a better place. By the way, if you're an older person, you're young too, because it's all in the spirit. That's what really matters the most. And so, what I did was, I had patience. I had patience, and I realized that this is something that I'm going to have to work on. To you women out there who may want to get over a boyfriend or ex-husband or whatever the case may be, this is not something that's going to happen overnight. And I'm pretty sure you're 100% aware of that already. What's going to happen is you're going to have to fill that void. You're going to have to fill all the void, all the void that you used to, time that you used to take to deal with this person or that person, or the times that you were actually sat on the phone and gossip and have conversations with your friends about this, about that, all that time that you had to listen to people about how you should implement your business and how you should start your business, but the business never really took off and got off ground. Now, what you're gonna have to do is not even partake in dealing with that time anymore. You gotta take time out to do some different stuff now. And this different stuff might not pertain to you. It might pertain to just making yourself better, other people's lives better, and the world a better place. For instance, working out. For instance, just doing fun stuff, just going out with the friends, playing soccer, playing tennis, do things, do activities, do actions, commit and make initiative to do actions that fill the replace of the void. You understand what I'm saying? What I'm saying is do things that you would normally do, where you would listen to opinions and stuff like that of others. Now you have something else that you can do. All right, that's one thing that I learned. The next thing that I learned is that I have to have a clear set vision on what it is that I wanted to do. Like if I wanted to change my life and go in this direction, I had to make sure that I was focused down that direction and that direction only. So therefore I could never look backwards. I could never look to the side. I could never look over here, no longer, because I'm focused on something that is far ahead of me. So you might end up watching YouTube videos of, something to get your mind off of, listen to the opinions of others, living out somebody else's dream. You might do stuff like that. I do stuff like that. Sometimes, somebody's opinion has really gotten under my skin. It's really just making me go berserk. My attitude is all over the place. I'm really not myself. I'll take my mind off of it, and sometimes I'll go to YouTube, or sometimes I'll just read some quotes on Google, or sometimes I just might watch a wonderful movie and just enjoy that moment, because it's all about living in the moment most of the time. If you didn't watch my recent video, guys, I need you to go watch that. I'm talking about living in the moment. Make sure you subscribe after this video, guys. It's very important. This is the Rim team. I'm Trenius, and you're tuned into the infamous Living Rim Network. Please make sure you share this video after it's done. I thank you so much for watching. But guys, it is very important. It is very important that you maintain your focus on where you want to go in order to live for yourself. You know, and this is not anything about being selfish. This is not being like self-centered or self-conscious or anything like that. I actually think that that's the problem with a lot of people nowadays. You know, a lot of people are unfulfilled and unhappy simply because they're living out other people's dreams, and you know, they're walking in the visions that other people have for their lives. So this is about you. You know, you have to realize that once life is over, you're gonna have to speak for yourself. Wherever this next life is gonna take us, you're definitely gonna have to speak for yourself. You know, and the decisions that you made. Not unless you're a humanitarian, you know, because we're all humanitarians trying to make ourselves better, other people's lives better, and the world a better place. But a true humanity, God, the word is so long. A true humanitarian, yes, of course, probably lives their life for other people, and that's perfectly fine. If that's your goal, if that's your intention, that's perfectly fine. But do not forget to live life for yourself, guys. It's very important. But at the same time, you know, be able to make yourself better, you know, and then make other people's lives better. And this is what in turn make the world a better place. You know, so I came to a point where I started to learn more about myself after I started paying more attention to myself. You understand what I'm saying? I started to learn the psychology of how my very own mind works. You know, and then when you learn how your very own mind works, when you learn how you think, when you learn why you do the things that you do, yeah, you're gonna run into some more problems. It's gonna be a whole nother ball game. You're probably leveled up like 5 consciousness by then. You know what I'm saying? So at this time, guys, it's where you have to really focus on loving yourself. You know, and that's another hard thing. You know, and so when you're at this point, guys, of where you have actually really, you know, fell a little bit of love with yourself, you looked in the mirror maybe 1,000 times. Ladies, you probably changed so many different outfits in front of the mirror that you didn't like. Now you like every time, you know, you change outfits in the mirror. Like, it's crazy now. You can't get enough of yourself. And everybody always tell you, wow, God, you're so full of yourself. You're doing too much sometimes. You need to tone it down. You're in the right spot. I like to call this the sweet spot of the temple. So with that being said, that's just a few tips on how to get more into yourself and to live for yourself, which is not necessarily living for yourself. You get me now? You get my point, right? You catch my drift, right? I'm Trenius, and you're tuning into the infamous Living Rim Network. Divine powers working for us because we're trying to do right. Make sure you subscribe, guys. In the meantime, I'll see you next time.